Yeah. Hey everyone. My name's Mark. I work in the mining industry in northwest Australia. Um, on my break currently, sitting down in my caravan, having a few drinks, relaxing, watching some YouTube, and so many of the channels are talking about global warming still. Um, I'm here to inform you that it's all a hoax. The whole global warming thing is just an absolute hoax to control you and take money from you and raise your taxes and implement rules that they want. Um, how do I know it? Well, I'll tell you what I do know then, and what I know are facts. So it's not open for debate. Now, up in northern Western Australia, we do coal mining, and we take out billions of tons of coal every year, and people would not believe the size of the operations there. We're talking the biggest trains you've ever seen on the planet, everywhere, just constantly running 24 hours a day, the biggest machinery anyone could ever imagine, just always ripping coal out of the ground, all of it going to the biggest ships that you've ever seen, being exported around the world for people's energy needs, mostly to China, I believe. I mean, I'm pretty sure that 90% of the coal's going to China for their energy needs, but it'd be good if we could export to other countries as well, but I believe China's taking the majority bulk of all the coal that's coming out of the ground, and we're talking about the biggest ships on the planet, just full of coal every day, just the biggest trains, the biggest mining you could ever imagine, just every day taking coal and sending it to China for their energy needs. Now, over in China, and probably India as well, and other countries. They're building we'll backtrack for a second. Not only coal, but also Australia drills and mines massive supplies of the best quality gas as well. So we export gas to China also in massive amounts. You would not believe the amount of gas and the mining and infrastructure and everything that's been built in Australia to get gas out the ground to send it to China and probably other countries as well. But again, China takes the majority bulk of the gas for their energy needs. Now, I believe China is the most populated country in the world. It's a massive country, and I think they're coming up towards 2 billion people. Don't quote me on that number, but I know it's way above 1 billion. But they're coming up towards 2 billion people, and they're building like 100 brand new coal-fired energy plants per year for the energy needs that their people need, and also the same with the gas. 100 brand new gas plants for their energy. Because they're becoming a massive industrial country. With massive factories, building absolutely everything. And you cannot run all that stuff on solar power or wind power, and they don't even try to because they know it's stupid. So they buy all of the coal and gas off of Australia, which is I don't know how Australia is not all billionaires sitting down here in Australia with the amount I've seen it with my eyes. How big, the Australians get bugger all for it, next to nothing in another language. Um, and then but good on China and India, and the people with billions of people, trying to lift all of their people out of poverty through having sustainable energy. And that's what we used to do in the West. is try and sustain ourselves, but our politicians have just sold the country out to the likes of China and India, because apparently the 25 million people in Australia that live very clean, because we've got so much red tape regulations, and they're shutting down our gas plants, they're shutting down our coal plants in the name of global warming. So obviously, if they're shutting down the gas plants and coal plants, all of the energy costs are going skyrocketing, going through the roof. The fuel prices here in Australia to drive your vehicles and trucks is just higher than anyone's ever seen or imagined, and it's just added on, to the cost of all businesses, all companies, everything, to make it the normal person can't even survive in Australia now. But over in China, they're building hundreds of new coal and fire plants, brand new plants to burn the coal into the atmosphere, hundreds. Also gas, hundreds of gas plants, and same with India, building hundreds of coal and gas plants to support their billions of people, creating that much toxins into the atmosphere and everything, that the Australian cannot even compete. And I know that moron over in Canada, the people running Canada are similar, probably worse, but they're implementing the same regulations in Canada, the same with Europe, the same with Great Britain and England, and the same with the USA now, because the people that are running the whole world, and they're not our governments. I can see that now. They're not our governments. We're just puppet governments. So, can someone tell me, excuse, why 25 million people in Australia have to shut down their entire energy grid and and sacrifice the wealth of the country, so that billions and billions of Indian and Chinese people can build just endless amounts of plants to burn all the coal in it, and gas? Uh, How does that make sense? Oh, yeah, because in China and India, the coal and the gas that they burn doesn't go into the atmosphere, does it? Of course it goes into the atmosphere. So if you're talking about global warming, all the coal and all the gas burning is still, all the fossil fuels are still getting burnt into the atmosphere. It's just not getting burnt by you in your country. It's getting burnt by billions of people in another country. So while you small countries shut that, like Australia, not small in size, but like Canada, not small in size, but small in population, with the highest regulations and the highest taxes, you're destroying us and throwing us back to the Stone Age. No one can go forward. We work our asses off 60 hours a week, me personally, more than 80, just to break even. So is that we can help third world countries or second world countries have become world leaders with because they need the energy to be able to do that. So that just doesn't make sense. Australia has all the gas and all the coal. We should all be have next to nothing with fuel prices. All the cars and trucks should be running on gas. All the homes should be running on coal. It's clean coal. What's the difference if we burn it here or we ship it over to China to burn it? All the stupid, moron, liberal people in Australia and Canada, you got to understand that this is a global economy and it's global competition. We're sacrificing we're committing economic suicide to say and give ourselves a pat on the back. Oh, we're trying our best to save the planet and global warming, when in reality, we're not doing anything at all, and there's no evidence of it. So it's just brainwashing you so you can pay more taxes and fall in the line. Wake up, people.